welcome everybody to another 8-gamer match. This is the round of 16 between Julien, and I'm going to butcher his name again, but he won't correct me, Nadeau, our number 18 qualifier, and Mitch Davies, our number 6 qualifier. Julien got here by beating Jeremy Cloutier out of the preliminary match. He was playing out of hypertension lanes in, I want to say Dawson Creek, yeah, BC. Perfect. Yeah. Julien's playing out of Orleans, right?
Yep.
And Mitch is playing out of Mountain Lane. So, Julien, obviously, you already won a match in this tournament. Have you done any practice or any leagues since that match?
Nope.
Nope. coming off the win. Perfect.
Yeah.
He didn't have any practice.
It was going well last time, so I figured I'd just ride that through this week, you know?
Sounds good. And you, Mitch, you've had a long wait, obviously. Are you ready for this? You're going to get dropped into the deep end right off the bat. I know you got the bye, but how you feeling?
Yeah, it's really tough, waiting since October to actually have something scheduled here by these substandard people who run these tournaments. But you know what? I'm happy to be here now. And I've been playing League. We've had 2 weeks of League. I've come out and practiced a couple times. Not as much as I normally would back a couple of years. But we got the tournament next weekend in Calgary for the autumn, and I wanted to be ready. So I'm going to make it a couple more times, and hopefully we're playing 3 games here and 3 more games after this against an opponent from BC.
Perfect. Well, I don't know if we need any more information. How about you, Dex?
I just want to know how Julien feels about that comment.
I said hopefully. I wasn't going at him.
Sorry?
How do you feel on Mitch saying that he's hopeful to be facing somebody from BC after this match?
I mean, we can all be hopeful, right? I'm hopeful too.
You're way too nice.
I'd have ripped Mitch a new one for that comment. But guys, have a good first match. It's 3-game total pinfall. We'll talk to you after the first game. Good luck.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Go well.
All right, here we go.
I'm excited to see this match. We probably have the biggest trash talker in the world versus what seems to be one of the nicest guys in the bowling community. But they've known each other a long time, it seems like, so it looks like they get along well. So we'll see how this match goes.
Yeah, exactly.
And Julien's still riding the no practice thing and starts with an absolute bomb.
Just transition the camera over a little bit so we get a full view of Julien's shot here. Yeah, they both got good scoreboards going on, so everybody will be able to see how the score is adding up and everything.
Yeah.
We're moving along the farther we get into this tournament.
Just in time for it to be over.
That's right. Oh, go ahead, Dex.
Mitch starts off with a 5 spare. I wonder if the nerves are getting to him early in this.
You think Mitch is nervous about this kind of tournament?
No, I don't think so. Mitch is probably the most confident human being I've ever met in my life. I don't think Mitch gets nervous for anything.
Yeah, and like we were kind of stating, it has been a long wait. Obviously, it was 9 months since qualifying, and then unfortunately there was some logistical errors or issues to get the Julien and Jeremy match completed. But now that it's here, Mitch has known what situation he was in. I don't know if that adds to the anxiety of the match or gets him better prepared for it. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I know it sounded like he was excited for the match.
Yeah.
And I think we all sort of are, just desperately looking to play something competitive, and all of a sudden here he is playing with something that matters. I mean, there's good money on the line, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. So Mitch got the way here of number 6 qualifier. He actually qualified twice. He was the only competitor to qualify twice. He played 2 shifts. He qualified 6th and technically 24th, but you only can compete in the playoffs once. So that 24th spot went to Daryl Bradley, which he was much appreciated.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
And then, so Mitch qualified with 23-29 for 8 games. His last 4-game block was 307, 304, 333, and 355.
Huge.
So he can put some games together.
Yeah, and it sounds like Mountain is great scoring and Orleans is great scoring, so we could see some huge scores here. Julien threw, an absolute peach in 3 and a peach in 5, and the 1 and 4 was super thick, and you could see the slow roll into the right deuce to make it go over. Definitely some good pinfall there.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, like we said, Julien had beaten Jeremy in the earlier match. And from what I remember, it was pretty close. Like, Jeremy had a chance to take it home in the last game, but fell just a bit short. Julien shot an 841 triple.
Played really well.
Yeah. And then in his 8-game qualifier, he shot 22-10 for 18th overall. But he had a 3-game block of 342, 323, and 355. So we know he can put 3 games together just as easy as Mitch. So
absolutely
makes it very, very interesting coming down to this match of. I guess it's Ontario. Like, is Julien from Quebec or is he from just the Ottawa area? Do we know?
I would assume the Ontario area if he faced Mitch in the U Challenge, like you were saying before
right.
this. So back in 2009 or whatever, he faced Mitch in the U Challenge, and I'm assuming that would have been at provincials.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
But every time that Julien's hit the middle so far, it's been a strike. Mitch has been a little bit punchy, a little bit off on his his sticks there too. So I know he's going to want to clean it up a little bit. Once Mitch is so good at finding something and changing small things in his approach, whether that's when he comes out west, he'll put more rotation on the ball. And when he's playing out east, he'll kind of roll it more end over end, and it amazes me that once he can find that, he's so quick and consistent at replicating that shot once he does find it. So you got to jump on him early, because if he does find it, you're in trouble.
No, exactly. Yeah, he's definitely one of the most consistent players on the Western Canadian Bowling Tour when he comes out. And like he had stated, he's actually coming out to the Autumn Open, his first time at the Autumn Open. It's been running for 47 years now. So nice to have Mitch out here on a Thanksgiving weekend. Unfortunately, the club tour couldn't run their event this year due to the restrictions and all that. And we're happy to have him out here and show him what the Autumn Open is all about.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Julien's got a triple going into 10, or a 4-bagger going into 10. His scoreboard's a little messed up at the moment, but 318 with 2 balls to go.
Great first game here. That's his first shot on the middle that wasn't a strike. Good count though on the 4-bagger.
So Mitch is gonna have to find something in 8, 9, 10. Unfortunately, Mitch turned off his camera so he can't see what his opponent is doing. Not sure if that was strategic or he's Mitch and doesn't really care.
That's true.
So pace of play won't matter to him, obviously. He's going at his own pace, doesn't worry about the opponent, and puts up his own score.
Yeah, and I feel like Mitch is the person that would do that anyways,
Right.
He's never really cared too much about how fast other people are going. He will find a way to go at his own pace, and whether that means, taking some more time at the back or wandering to the counter to go get another drink or something like that, he'll definitely make sure he takes his time, which is good.
Yeah, exactly. So Julien started with a 343. So unfortunately, Mitch can't catch him this game, so he's got to try and minimize the damage that he's behind.
Yeah, Mitch can bang out for a 275. So he's down a minimum of 68 to start.
That's a great start for Julien. The 2 misses and the one that chopped. The rest was everything you can do.
Yeah, you can see he's got really great roll on his shot right now too. You know, thick, thin, doesn't matter. It crunches and rolls out. So, I mean, hit the middle 9 of 11 times, and he only had 1 that wasn't a strike. That's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Alright, so just wait for Mitch to finish out this game.
That's a big shot by Mitch right there.
Yeah. Like you said, once he finds something, he can roll the ball so well. It's pretty tough to get him out of the pocket once he finds it. It's just notice playing quite a few events with Mitch over the last few years. It's a little bit tough for him to find that, but once he does it's astronomical, and that's why he puts such big games together late in blocks and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we've seen him, you know, right at his very last life back against the wall, and just seems to find a way to do it. And yeah, once he finds that pocket, he will put it there every shot after. It's crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. So he's kind of doing what he needs to do. He's going to try and finish up this game strong.
Yeah, those are 2 massive shots for him. You don't want to go into the next game down, 100. 100 is, doable to make up, but, you don't want to put yourself in that position too early, so.
No, exactly. Another good one.
That was the other side, though. You got it over left.
So 2...
You should be able to bang out for 275.
Right, yeah, 275.
Are you questioning my math?
No, not at all. Never do.
Big finish.
All right. We'll get these guys in here right away. Hey, Julien.
Hey, guys.
Hey, good game, buddy.
Sorry.
Good game.
Thank you.
No worries. Yeah, we know. We understand.
It's all
I should have
good.
brought my AirPods. I didn't think about it.
That's okay.
So you only missed the middle twice that game. That's a pretty good start.
Yeah, I'd say that was a good start.
And
All right.
strike percentage is huge too. You've got really good roll on your shot right now. Everything you hit.
Oh,
just
that
kinda
sounds great.
cracks.
I'm glad I entered a place that said they have really good roll on their shot for them. That's good.
Oh no, I meant his shot, not the house. Just the way he's throwing. He's throwing the ball
What did he
way
have?
better than you are.
385?
343.
Yeah, of course. Okay, down 70. That's good.
Only 68. Only 68.
Yeah. A lot of game left.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Absolutely.
So Mitch, obviously you start with the 275. You finish with the 4-bagger. Is there something you identified halfway through the game that you were doing incorrectly, or you made a small change? What was going on there?
Yeah, I just shifted my foot like maybe a half a board. I made it feel like I was more left than I was, so let me come on a different. It was just coming off the angle that it wasn't getting a roll,
Right.
But other than that, it was a big save. It's same thing in a normal tournament. You got to bear down on the 910, get those 90 sticks, and save whatever you have left, because it would have been an absolute beating. Right, you had 340, so get it in the water.
Yeah, for sure. And you, Julien, obviously you came out with the game plan that you did last time, and it was clearly working. So I'm assuming no changes for you.
Nope. Gonna try and bowl the first half of the game again. So that was my issue last time. So.
Right.
What did you finish
Exactly.
on? Both 6-bagger, 7-bagger?
Something like that.
4-bagger chop spare.
4-bagger, trust me. Oh, so you had a bigger one going than that. That's good.
I'm just trying to play my 6 games, Mitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah, if you guys are ready, rock and roll.
Okay.
Full good, guys. Yeah. I love it. Somebody else chirps him back. That's good. That's good. I love it. Now, let's see if that motivates Mitch a little.
Yeah, not saying Julien was trying to do that or anything, but I don't know if Mitch is one of those guys you want to fuel the fire with, right?
But I feel like Mitch is a guy that loves that stuff.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely loves
Yeah,
it,
for
right?
sure.
So, yeah.
It was kind of funny during our pregame talks and stuff like that. Mitch was kind of saying, because all this long wait, he said it'd be pretty horrible to be one and done. So I think he's going to really gear down here and make Julien beat him, right?
Yeah, I totally agree. So this match is kind of opposite of the last game. This game is a little bit opposite of the last game because Julien is the one that had to sit there and wait a whole lot before this game starts, and Mitch got to finish his game when he felt like, had a quick break, had another drink, and away he goes. So
yeah,
we'll see if Mitch jumps out to a faster start than Julien is here.
Yeah, that's not the start Julien was looking for.
Yeah, 8 in the first frame, and Mitch starts with a spare, so he could be given back 22 sticks in frame 1.
Yeah. Yes. Mitch has found what he's looking for. Now he's just, can he put together enough to catch Julien if Julien stays hot, right?
Absolutely. Much better shot by Julien. Mitch looks like he's a little bit more aggressive out there now too, so that should probably play in his favor.
Yeah. And like they, as we've heard through the grapevine across the country and through this tournament and stuff like that, they're both at really good scoring houses, and Mitch is playing upstairs, so that was kind of Talon's thing. He was unfortunately playing downstairs. He said upstairs was a lot better scoring, so Mitch is up top and liking where he's at.
It looks like they allowed somebody else to play at the same time as him. What happened to the respect they were showing?
That's right. I hope it's Talon. Just throwing him off.
Yeah. Oh, Mitch with 2 really thin shots.
Yeah.
I think Julien's getting a score correction here.
Yeah, unfortunately I missed that. I was just saying the last matches we recorded to Tim that we need to pay attention a little bit more, and I missed that one. I was distracted by that bowler on Mitch's left side there.
Yeah, me too. Those are the ones we should be really focusing on, right?
Yeah.
The other bowlers. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he had a head pin, maybe a kickback for the 7, but he definitely didn't have the chop.
Right. Yeah, so he's just getting a score correction to make it proper. And obviously Mitch started out really good. That chopped cherry slows him down just a tad, but he's going to continue to look to keep building. So,
can we call that a cherry? If you just touch it and knock it over, you're not chipping that thing out. I don't know if that's a cherry, is it?
That's true. I guess in the context of the game, it's still a cherry because it's a single 3-pin off the deuce. But as a watcher, no, he definitely didn't cherry it. He just tickled it and it fell over.
Just caressed it.
Yeah.
He's got both sides of the head pin going now.
Yeah.
One on the right side, one on the left side. So it was a head pin 7 for Julien.
Right. So, do you think this is a detriment to Julien having to get the score reset and everything like that, or do you think it actually helps him because he had the rocky 3-pin and 2? Do you think that maybe will give him a reset time and rethink what he was doing? I
agree. And you know what? If you have this, that short little break in the middle of a run, then you're probably not looking for that. But have it happen on a head pin gives you a couple seconds to regroup and collect yourself and focus on your next shot. He's going to need him because Mitch is starting to throw strikes. So
yeah,
he's now left 17 pins on deck 2 in the first 2 frames.
He's only up 38 now.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mitch has already got a turkey for the next 3 frames, so he's got to start putting something together.
Yeah, he'll just take probably a little bit of time here and focus and make sure he rolls the ball out. Yeah.
Good shot by both of them. You can tell Mitch is starting to feel it because he's pointing as he lets go of the ball now, so he's found a rhythm.
Yeah. That's good, though. That's what we want to see. We want to see these guys throw lots of strikes, minimize the damage, minimize the splits.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
Push. Big push. High right, but good kick off the wall and good fingers on that shot.
Yeah.
It's a big answer. Oh, Mitch.
Wow.
He had some roll on that one, too. That looked like it was right in the front face.
What kind of pinfall's going on here?
Yeah.
Thin chop for Julien.
Yeah, and you never really see Mitch miss single pin spares. Almost never. His corner spare percentage is huge. Great cover by Julien there for the chop spare.
Yeah.
But Mitch's whole style is really focused around how square he is at all times. His shoulders don't really move a whole lot. He's just super solid and square at the line. So it's hard to miss. He doesn't miss a lot ever. It's just if he starts getting punchy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mitch is definitely not one to miss the middle too often. He got the slider.
Oh.
Julien punched in 7, so he's looking for a good cleanup here, and hopefully big 8, 9, 10, because now he's the one that's behind.
Yeah, we've completely flipped this match around. Mitch is shooting 356 if he bangs out, and Julien's shooting 276 if he bangs out. So it could be the complete flip.
Yeah.
Or 281, sorry.
Another good one.
Yeah, Mitch is locked in now. Now, if I'm Julien, I would make Mitch wait a little. Take your time on the next, a couple of frames.
Yeah, exactly. Big strike there for Julien. Couple more of those. We might be pretty square going into the third game here.
Yeah, they both bang out. It's neck and neck. But now this shot for Julien is becoming really big.
Yeah, you can't give away frame 9 here.
Everything's just rolling for Mitch right now.
Yeah.
You can see it cracking on both sides.
Perfect. This is what we expect out of our top 24, right? Big games, good scoring. Obviously, playing at really good scoring houses helps, but these guys are definitely big competitors, and their scores are going to reflect that no matter where they play.
Absolutely. Another big shot here for Julien, and
Mitch with the chop.
Good roll for Julien. So 351 for Mitch. Great bounce back game. Not that 275 was a bad game, but being down 70 after that makes you kind of feel that way. Great recovery.
Yeah. 283 makes it all square, so
and,
can Julien get to the 281 so he can be down 2?
Yep.
Oh, hung the corner
shot
on the thick hit.
Pick up the spare for 264.
A 19 pin difference.
We have a match.
Just update the screen here, and then we'll get these guys in for their next. All right. Okay, Let's bring these guys in. Oh, did it again. Hey guys, it's 19 sticks now.
In Mitch's favor.
Yeah.
For who?
For you, Mitch.
Oh, there we go.
351. 351 fixes a lot there.
That's one for the good guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mitch, it looks like you really found a rhythm there, that's for sure. All of a sudden, you had everything going on both sides. Hell, even you had that one left corner that I thought you put it square on the face of that head pin, and it turned into a left deuce. So you got some roll going on there.
No, that's just mountain right there. That's just mountain. I know my station's okay. I don't need to say that I'm that good. That's all mountain.
I thought you were bowling up Bonadune for a second.
Yeah, no, it's better. It's better.
Julien, the 264, you struggled a little bit off the start, had that correction in frame 3 and stuff like that, but you finished strong. It was a good last 3 frames, the double or triple corner spare, so good finish to help minimize being down. Now you're only down a ball and a bit, so good job.
Thanks.
You started with what we call the Mitch Davies, which is a 3-pin. So is that your,
you know?
Yes, that's right.
We love it.
I love it.
So Julien, after those last 3 frames, are you going to make any changes going into game 3?
I'm going to try not to headpin the 7th.
That's fair. It's a bold strategy, but I think it'll pay off.
Yeah, thanks.
And you, Mitch, obviously you found your shot. You're rolling well, 351. Was there any change you made going into that game, or was it just kind of the way you finished game 1? It was solid.
Yeah. The way I finished game 1, I knew the shot was there. I mean, if we just stay consistent with that shot, good things are going to happen. Overall, honestly, at this place, it's just like everybody else in this tournament. We all played at easy scoring center, so that way we can score well. And this place, as long as you can play well, yes, you still have to make your spares. Like I missed 2 spares already this tournament, or this matches, and they probably cost me an extra 56. So I mean, you still got to make your spares, but it helps out a lot when you can throw some good shots and be rewarded, right?
Yep, for sure.
So just keep throwing that ball again.
Yep. All right, guys. Good luck. Julien, you're only down by 19, so good luck, guys, in this last game.
I think it's 16, right?
607 to 626.
Oh, okay. All right, good luck, Jules.
All right, thanks. Good luck.
Well, guys.
All right.
I love that Mitch loves the trash talk, though.
Yeah.
He does.
He wants to hear all of it, and that's the best part about it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't think it bothers him one bit. It's just good for the game.
Yeah. Well, they both finished strong. They obviously got good rolls going on, so the 19 pins is definitely going to play a part in this. Yeah,
absolutely. The one thing Julien said was he's going to try not to punch 7. That's. He's right. I mean, that slows you right down for sure. But he almost turned that chop into a strike.
Yeah.
He doesn't have enough power for that kickback. But I just hope that his mindset doesn't change to don't punch, because the second you change your mindset to that, you're gonna punch. Like that's just the way it is. So. Stay out there, focus on execution. Don't worry too much about the results. Just try to go out there and make good shots all the time, and don't have that creep in. But that was a great first shot by him.
Yeah, if all things are equal, these guys both bang out. Unfortunately, Julien's still down by 4.
Yeah. Things could change really quick in this match, though.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, Mitch gets the kickback. That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows how big those extra 3 pins may be at the end of this.
Yeah, exactly. Like any amount of kickback or anything on these marks are astronomical. He tried for the spare there. He thought he had a chance at it.
Well, you know what? You're getting that amount of kickback on things, you might as well, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? Good on Julien. made sure of his sticks, which is something that he's been struggling on before.
Yeah. Well, I know Mitch got an extra 3 pins there on that kickback, but he just gave back 2 of them. So.
Question: are we spelling Julian's name wrong?
Most probably.
Because I'm assuming he got his name right up there on the screen.
Well, let's check it out. I will research this, because this will be the second time I spelled it wrong then.
Too funny.
I like how you bring that up in the 3rd game of his 2nd match on this.
I just noticed.
No, according to what I have from him personally, it is correct. So they spelt it wrong on his bowling sheet.
Excellent. Great work, Kerry.
Thanks. I try my best. I can't believe you tried to throw me under the bus there.
Oh, I said we.
Good call.
And then I gave you all the credit. I'm just making you look good.
Well, sometimes somebody has to.
Alright, so they both strike at 3. Julien came out of that shot a little early on that one and had the ball drift right.
Yeah.
He's quick to get up there for a second shot, though. I like it. No messing around. Just get up there and just go back at it and make your spare.
Yep. Mitch is now taking the lead.
He never gave it up.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Sorry, my bad. I meant this game. Was he down this game? Please tell me he was down.
Yeah, he was down.
See? I'm right. You're wrong.
He was down 4 in the second frame. You are correct.
Thank you. Okay, Julien, yeah. Buckle down here. Pushing the ball a little bit.
He needs to do what he did on the spare. Grab the ball, get up there, throw it. You know, it looks like he's trying a little bit too hard on that first one right now, so get back up there, find that rhythm.
Yeah, another good spare.
And Mitch comes back with the turkey. Those are big shots right now. He could take a commanding lead really quick here.
Yeah.
Big shot by Julien.
Yeah.
And whether Julian's watching the scores or not, I'm sure he knows at this point, you know what, 5 spare just isn't going to be good enough in this right now, right? So whether he knows the score or not, I think he's going to bear down now and start getting into the side.
Yeah, the great thing about him making those spares, though, is he hasn't given away the match, right? If all of a sudden you 5 and then you go 5 on the other side, like, that's a huge loss.
100%.
Yeah. But, obviously, if he is checking scores and stuff like that, he knows that Mitch is on a little bit of a run here. He's going to have to put some strikes together. Yeah,
so if Mitch shows another one, he's got 171 and 5, which means he's gained another 50 pins on Julien in the 5th frame. So Julien will have to make up, 70 pins.
Yeah.
But he's got the double to do it. He needs Mitch to make a mistake somewhere. And I don't think Mitch is the guy you want to bank on that from,
No, exactly.
Yeah, Mitch is locked in right now. Great shot. And you can tell he knows right out of his hand that that's going to be a great shot.
Yeah. You think at a place like Mountain, like he's confessed himself is a pretty decent scoring house for him. Do you think he's just throwing at a spot and anywhere on the middle is good for him, or do you think he's actually aiming for a pocket?
I don't know, Kerry. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, Mitch is super accurate, but we've seen him hit both sides of the head pin right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether he's up there freewheeling, and you know what? If I get into a center that scores as well as he says, that's probably my game plan. It's just, try to get it out and hit the middle with some fingers and see them bust it. I mean, you look at that one, the splash on that shot is incredible. You could just see pins flying everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going on. He's just aiming at a spot on the lane, and he's just hoping that he has enough rotation on the ball when it hits the middle. Wherever it hits is probably going to end up with a great result, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, Julien, keep it going. Got the tap on the corner. Nice.
Huge shot. Now he's still in a position where he needs a mistake from Mitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But he's given himself the opportunity.
Yeah, it all comes down to pretty much this shot for Mitch. If he throws this, there is an opening.
And no kickback at all.
Yeah.
Well, no
So now it
kickback
matters what. Now Julian's going to have to finish 10, and then Mitch is going to have to do a little something in 10.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So Julien can finish with 345.
Yeah.
And that means if Mitch cleans his wood, he's got 291, meaning he can finish with 336.
Yeah.
So if Mitch bangs out in 10, he's still up by 9 no matter what Julien does.
Oh, Julien pitched to the right. Wow. I don't know if both those guys knew how important.
Yeah, so I mean, even if he gets a spare strike, he's now at 303, which is realistically not going to be enough.
No. Yeah.
That'll do it right
Shoot.
there. What a great run by him, though. Gave himself the opportunity.
Yeah, Mitch was in danger after that plow.
Yeah, and then he missed that wood. All of a sudden, that's Julien bangs out. Mitch is going to need the double and a chop probably to win, right? So.
Yeah. 886 for Julien. Holy.
That's a tough loss. But that's what happens. And that's match play, right? I mean, we see it all the time on the WCBT and stuff like that. You can win a match with 730. You can win a match with 680. I mean, you can lose a match with 880. Sometimes you can play absolutely fantastic and you know, still get beat.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Mitch doesn't know that he's all right. You can see him sweating a little up there, but
yeah, that was a crazy finish. That 4-bagger going into 10 for Julien, that really changed the scope of the whole game, especially with Mitch opening up 9, right?
100%.
So Mitch has 300 on the nose with a ball in hand. So once he throws this shot, we'll update our totals and then we'll bring the guys in. Great match. Like, kind of figured what it was going to come to. Was pretty close to 900s to decide who's going to win.
Yeah, it's just small mistakes that really make the difference in this game. When everyone's throwing strikes, it's just minimizing the mistakes and the timing of them, unfortunately. But unreal shooting.
All right, let's. All right, we'll bring them in here. All right, great bowling, guys.
Thank you.
So, I'm not obviously, Mitch. You didn't know where you're kind of at there, but Julien had a 4-bagger going into 10. You punched 9, meaning if Julien banged out, you had to throw the double in 10. Unfortunately, Julien, you were unable to convert the first ball in 10.
Oh, Jimmy.
So Mitch ended up with 941 and Julien with 886.
That's
Good point.
yeah, unreal match, guys. Both great shooting on both sides. Strike percentages through the roof. Both of you had good shots and good fingers on there, and the pin splashes are unreal. A great scoring for both of you.
Yeah, good point, Jules. Killed it.
Thanks. Good bowling, Mitch.
So with that being said, Mitch moves on to play Matt Phillip out of BC. And Julien, unfortunately your run ends here at the round of 16, but you've packed away some prize money, so we'll get that shipped off to you here as soon as we're done this filming. And great playing, man. thanks very much for being a part of this.
Yeah, thanks a lot for hosting this, guys. This was fun.
Yeah,
Awesome.
good shooting, buddy.
Good run, buddy.
Alrighty, thanks everyone.
Thanks, guys. Good bowling.
All right, welcome everybody to another round of 16 between number 19 qualifier Bradley Tytgat and Sasha Letendre, the number 7 qualifier. He got a first round bye, so he's in the round of 16 up against Bradley. Bradley got here by defeating Mr. Mike Elder from the Vernon area. He was playing out of Lincoln Lanes. They had a pretty good match till the last part of the game, but away she goes.
Yep.
I was on the right side of it, so I can't say much.
Yeah, Bradley's 6-pin start in frame 1
Set the tone
fooled
real well.
Mike a little bit there.
Yeah. Question 1: are you looking to get off to a better start this game?
I was saying I don't know if that's the good omen of picking 6 and I got nowhere to go for him up, or if I should actually maybe play 30 frames instead of 29.
It
It's a
loosened you up,
bold
clearly.
strategy.
But you know what? The
Oh,
great
yeah.
thing about it too is nice to see you. It was nice to see you laugh about it right away, rather than like, some people might take that and kind of get frustrated real quick, and you didn't. You just laughed and it was like, well, that sucked, and moved on.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't even tell you the last time I took 6 in one frame.
Yesterday.
Now you can.
Before that, I was like,
Yeah.
Might have been a bantam.
Yeah.
Not too sure. We seem to have just lost Sasha there for a couple minutes. We'll give him a little bit of time to get back in here. Here we go. Hey, Sasha, how are you doing?
There we go. There, I kind of crapped out for a sec there. It was on the
Yeah,
reverse
no
one,
worries.
so.
No worries. So we were just kind of talking. Have you done any practice leading up to this match? It's been 9 months since you qualified.
Yeah, I did a little bit of practice here and there. The past
Yeah.
couple weeks, like the last week in August, I was bowling a little bit in Edmonton there. So
Okay. Have you guys
Yeah,
started up
really do a
any
whole
leagues or
lot.
anything like that?
tonight is actually our night league. We have our 4-game challenge league. So
Nice. That's where most of the competitive players play, right? The Monday Night League for you guys.
yeah, a good chunk of them. We only have about 30 players that can participate, but we only have up to, I think it's 27 as of right now. So
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
So are you guys ready to rock and roll and get this this tournament going?
get it on the road. Let's go.
yeah, I'm good to go. How about you, Bradley?
I'm good. Play well.
All right. So it's just 3-game total pinfall. After each game, come back for a little talk after the game to see how you're doing, and then total pinfall takes it all. So good luck, guys.
Thank you. Play well.
Sounds good. Good luck to you, Brad.
All good, guys.
See ya.
Good luck.
Alrighty. So this is this the first time we have the same scoring system at 2 different houses?
It's going to be a good little setup. We've had some issues looking at some scores in the past here, so kind of a treat. We could see both scores.
Yes,
Yeah.
So far,
Yeah.
so good. At least we don't have to
Yeah.
have someone sit there and dictate the scores to us.
Now, we
Well-
briefly chatted there, but obviously Sasha's playing out of hypertension lanes up in Dawson Creek, right? Now, Dexter, you've been up there yourself and went and seen the lanes and played there. It looks like a nice center from here, obviously. Tell us more about hypertension.
Yeah, honestly, it's a beautiful little center. I can't even remember how many lanes. I think it's 10 lanes. I
Okay.
think it's 10 lanes. Owned by the Bolio family. Super welcoming, awesome people. Really funny, just really down to earth, great people. Well ran. The synthetic lanes, black bases, some really good pinfall. Yeah, beautiful little center. You can definitely tell that's like the heart and soul of the community there for sure. Definitely a great feeling walking in, and like I was talking in a couple of matches yesterday, you could definitely tell that there's a really great community between like Fort St. John and Grand Prairie and Dawson Creek, and
Yeah.
but you could definitely tell that like Dawson Creek is definitely right at the center of that, along with GP and just great community as a whole.
Yeah, there's a bit of a tournament circuit up there. They have something, don't they? What's it? The name of it?
Ooh,
Well, there's some sort of a
It's an
northerns or something.
intercity, isn't it?
yeah, it is absolutely an intercity.
Yeah.
We've been trying to put our names in for that for a couple of years, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And
Yeah,
I understand that, but Sasha almost spared a headpin there. That would have been a fun way to start that.
Yeah, no doubt. So as we were saying, Sasha was the number 7 qualifier overall, so he has the buy into this round of 16. He played super consistent, shot 2270. He did have a low game of 203, and his high game was 352. So not too drastic of a change. Most of his games were in that 260 to 300. So
Nice,
he played
nice 350 in there. I mean, that's what we've seen in this tournament. You need to have the ability to throw strikes at a time and start running them, right? Going to make a big difference. And obviously here we have Bradley Tytgat starting with the triple, a couple of big bombs and getting tapped on the right corner, but nice big lead. And Sasha doesn't make the spare there, Nate. So it's going to be a little bit of a point difference here. So we're going to need to see some strikes on the Sasha side for sure.
Yeah. Ooh, Bradley missed that corner too.
Yeah, he's already working in from a bit of a hole, but both centers are quite capable of giving out some great pinfalls. So, like you said, Daryl, it's just a matter of just getting on a bit of a run and starting throwing some strikes here. But
yeah, you're only 3 frames in, lots of time.
I wonder how he's feeling. It was a good interview with him. You could kind of sense that maybe he has a little bit of nerves there too, which is understandable. It's a unique sort of situation, but a great situation to be in.
Yeah, and unique tournament, and the preparation time. I think something that's you've thrown a lot of balls and done a lot of stuff, but it's also a matter of what time are you showing up to the bowling alley? How much, prep work have you been in there and stuff? A lot of us have busy schedules, and Sasha may have come in hot. That makes it a little bit more challenging. Whereas something like this, sometimes you might want to be a little bit earlier, but
yeah,
he'll get her going.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, for sure.
He was just down in Sherwood Park when he was talking about that week in August. He played a couple times in Sherwood and played well, and then played our satellite tournament for the TPC coming up in November 4th to 7th.
Nice.
So those of you who are interested, November 4th to 7th.
Assuming that this goes to production by November 4th to 7th. There's a disclaimer across the window somewhere.
Oh, it definitely should, unless I get lazy and post-production slows down.
Sorry, everybody.
That's a Captain Kerry Crates guarantee right there.
There's a good luck at TPC comment. Yeah.
And Bradley got here by beating Mike Elder in the preliminary match, and he shot 921 for that match. So Bradley obviously can throw, averaging over 300 for those 3 games.
Yeah, he shot very well there. Sasha's struggling a little bit here.
And Bradley's a player, right? I mean, we've competes, wants to play in all the tournaments, wants to do well, right? I mean, you can see it in his bones, or just desire to play and to fight for it, right? So he's he wants to make a run in this tournament, whether it's the 8 game or not. Everybody wants to make a run at a tournament. And Bradley's a guy that competes. Last night, interesting. He does bowl in the league, so we did before this takes place. He's talking about not playing so great, but the same day that he did play good at this game you just mentioned against Mike Elder. So
yeah,
all about momentum, I guess, a bit.
Yeah, exactly. So Sasha's kind of struggling with picking up some pins here. So do you think against a guy like Bradley, you got to make sure to pick up all these sticks? Like, if you're going to run into the head pins, you got to make sure you get as much as you can to hopefully alleviate that deficit.
100%.
And I think, do you guys notice the mental side of it when you do pick all of your wood and like, I tried for those shots and I made good shots and I got all my wood? that it makes you feel good and confidence to go and throw the next one rather than just throwing lazy shots and missing them and then, missing wood. You know what I mean? I just feel like that's take the wins where they are.
Yeah.
And it could be in getting 15 on a head pin. That's a win.
Yeah, I agree. I think, I don't know if it gives me more confidence, but it doesn't take away more confidence. You don't want to throw a bad shot followed by another bad shot. And
right. That's what I mean.
That starting to compound. Absolutely.
Yeah. So do what you have to do to make the second and the third shots just as good as the first shot.
Oh, exactly. And you know what? If you're punching on the first shot, then, use your second shots to make sure you find a way to get a little bit of lift or make those small adjustments. You may not be shooting at the same target anymore, but you can still mechanically make small changes to get you ready for the next shot too. So, yeah.
Double here for...
Sasha's going to need to start throwing some strikes here pretty quick. Brad's throwing strikes or opens, but it's definitely been more strikes than opens. So.
Oh, unfortunately, that's 4 head pins 3 in a row, obviously for Sasha, but 4 head pins so far.
Yeah, going to have to make a small adjustment there somewhere. Yeah. These pins are going to become really important because, when you start getting into a bit of a hole already, you just don't want to put yourself further in a hole. The difference between 90 pins down and 100 pins down is big. That's 10 pins you don't have to try to claw back later. So be sure of every stick that you have right now.
Yeah, exactly. He still has a decent go. He can get to 206. It's not like Bradley. Well, Bradley could bang up for 300. That 106 could be there, but like you said, you gotta minimize the damage as much as possible here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being down 100 would be a win for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
That looked better. Yeah. It's a little high.
Looked like he got a little extra lift on that shot too, which is probably what he's looking for right now.
I think Bradley just thrives on this type of atmosphere, right? Like he did struggle in league the other day, but you can tell there's a little bit extra. There's something going on, right?
It's a tournament, right? This is a tournament, and there's some recognition, and there's some prize money. There's something on the line here, right? As we get into it, now we're into the quarterfinals here. Things tighten up a bit more.
And you know what? He's another one of those guys who have been in the situation and been on live streams and done these things before, where, I don't know if we really think about it that much. Once you get going, are you even thinking about the cameras anymore? Where it may not be the same for the other people.
Both just got roasted.
He did just get roasted. You're right, though. Are you used to playing on camera, on live stream, that you become comfortable for sure.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. Or even just playing in quarterfinals, playing in semifinals, playing in high pressure matches in tournaments. Every experience you can draw from and learn, get experience.
100%.
Yeah. So obviously not the start Sasha's looking for, but hence why it's a 3-game tournament, right?
Yep, absolutely.
150 though. You mean a couple of those 352s that he talked about? That'll take care of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of those, honestly, a 352 takes care of it. 220, 230, you're right back in it. So, it's not over.
No, definitely not by any means. Alrighty, we'll get these guys in here. Hey, Bradley. Good start. There was no 6 count in the first frame.
I know my first frame average tripled that game. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now.
Yeah. Sasha, obviously not the start you were looking for. It seemed like every time you got a good roll on the ball, you either got tapped or you got the chop off. And
3 head pins in a row.
Honestly, that's the most amount of head pins I've had in a game in a while. So, but I'm on the middle, so I'm going to take it. That's all I can do.
Yeah. Hopefully you put them all in game 1, and then you don't have to worry about them in game 2 and game 3.
Here's hoping, right?
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
happy to
right.
be bowling, so.
Yeah, so Bradley finished that game with a 290. You got the 146, unfortunately, but you're 140 down. But like we said, through your qualifying, you had a 350 in there. You had a couple other 300s. So it could turn on quickly. Bradley's obviously got to keep the pressure on you.
Yeah.
Game plan.
Are you looking? What adjustments are you looking to make for the next game, bud? Or are you just gonna, you're throwing the ball okay? You feel comfortable? You're just gonna wait for it to see if it starts coming around for you. What's your game plan?
I think I'm just going to keep throwing the ball the same, just because that's me. Keep going at it.
totally.
I'm on the middle, so you can't really change too much. So.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Especially that first ball in 10 there. It seemed exactly where you wanted to put it. You just wrapped the corner pin. It looked like a bomb.
Shot. Yeah,
absolutely.
That tends to happen in this alley, unfortunately. So.
The Bolios, they got to check their string tensions, maybe. Let them know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Send some love.
And Bradley, what are you doing for this next game? Are you making any changes? Obviously, 290 is
Not really. Just watch tempo. Got a little bit quick in the middle there, but played 9-10 the way I wanted to. Second one and the 1 and 11 I thought was good enough to go. Maybe a pinch then, but not too worried about it. Feels like I'm in the right ballpark. So.
All right. Well, good luck this next one, guys.
Yeah, both good boys.
You.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So obviously a rough start for Sasha, but like we were saying, that 350, I think the pressure is kind of off him now, right? Like you throw in your bad game, it's just get up there and throw the ball now.
Yeah, I'd really like to see him just throw a really great first shot and then just let that pressure dissipate and see him relax and just let him throw after that point. That's the hope right there.
That's easy catch.
Unfortunately, it's put Brad into a situation where Brad can freewheel. If you want to beat Brad, you definitely got to put some pressure on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wonder in this format, are either one of them looking at cameras set up, or the other guy, do they know where they're at, or are they just going to wait until after the 10 frames, bowl my game, and then go, right? We've seen different people do different things, keeping in stride or just not looking at all. So,
yeah, I think you'll see if Bradley doesn't open too much, I don't think he'll look at the cameras at all. But if he starts opening some frames, you never know. He might take a look to see if he needs to keep going, or if he's just kind of in a position where he can just hold out these 140 pins, right?
Yeah, just sort of side glance it a little bit just to see where along, because once you could glance and sort of see if you got a bunch of black marks up there and you got 5 strikes running, you kind of know, okay, interesting. But if not, then you just look away.
Yeah. I think Sasha's at the point that he doesn't need to watch the scores. He just needs to put together some big games, right?
Yeah, just focus on throwing a good ball one at a time.
Yeah, 100%. But I think you're right, guys. Like, I mean, if I'm Brad, my whole thought process right now is just throw good shots, and you don't go look at the scores because that's irrelevant at this point. Just keep throwing great shots, and he's in a good rhythm, and there's no.
Yeah, Brad has no need to look at the score at all, for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing about this tournament, being 9 months after the qualifying dates and stuff like that, and then getting these guys to all of a sudden come in and throw pressure shots. Bradley obviously already played a match, so that gives him a little bit of an edge, I think. For Sasha, coming in literally brand new bowling season, here's a bunch of pressure. Let's throw some shots.
Oh, exactly. But it's
get one. There you go. Get one. That's what you, like I said, Kerry, just needs to throw one to relax.
Yeah.
Throw another one. Relax, man. Oh, and then you sort of going to, look back and sort of, kick yourself or say, oh, I wish I had that back. But
Yeah, just from what
As
I
long
can
as you're
see.
there, you go. Pushes
Yeah.
2 of them down, right? Just see where good shots can take you. That's all.
Yeah.
Starting to get
From
some good fingers and roll on that shot. That's what he's looking
Yeah,
for.
from what I can see of Sasha, I think he's kind of a freewheeler, right? Once he's throwing good, you just get up there and throw the ball. You're not
Yeah.
thinking, you're just throwing.
100%. But I think you're right. I mean, you know, Brad has played one match already. He kind of knows what to expect. You know, he's already had to throw some pressure shots. That I definitely think that's an advantage for him. And if you look at the matches so far, only one person that has had a bye has won his next match, right? So
that first game becomes important, doesn't it?
that
Right, getting a warm up into the tournament.
yeah, you would think that bye would be, you know, beneficial, but it hasn't overly proven to be.
Which I think is the fellow Matt Leonard who banged out against me, right? Thanks. You didn't want to say his name, did you, Kerry?
Yeah, I was being kind.
So now you just set my release schedule. I have to put Matt Leonard's match up first.
Well, before this one, yes, you will.
Yeah.
See, and I kept my mouth shut. It was fine. Actually, no, that officially means that this has to be the last one because now all the other ones know too. Yeah, no, this is gonna be the last one that comes out. My bad.
Way to go.
It was an interesting stat, and I'll stick with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Faux pas, Bradley. Faux pas.
No worries. This is all a learning experience for all of us, and we hope that the mediocre production that we are providing for these bowlers is good enough to hold them over till we get some tournament coverage.
Please give us a like, a share, a comment, whatever you can do to send us some love. Buy some merchandise.
Yeah.
Where's our banners?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Well, this is more of what I kind of expected, right?
Yeah, and
Sasha unfortunately opened again, but
here's Bradley seeming to take his time a lot more, right? At least I felt that he did in the first few shots, and not quite as fast free rolling as maybe a couple of them were. I was going to just sort of comment that he's getting himself into a tournament mode where that's what he does. He doesn't need to rush his game, his approach, anything there. Just take your time and good tempo, like you mentioned before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sasha, there. You mean I watched his second shot in 7 where he punched, as opposed to his third shot. There's a big difference in the follow through. It just real pushy at the second one, and the third shot going for a side, he had a really great follow through and good and aggressive. It just looks like he's just fighting it.
Yeah. Just doesn't seem super comfortable.
Yeah.
That one was a lot better.
Good half.
Yeah. Too bad I didn't have a template of a different game, and because if Bradley was there looking at scores, I could have posted like maybe an 8-bagger or something. see him start to panic.
Just to mess with him a little?
Yeah.
I like it. Oh, did he get roasted on that?
Yeah.
Did it go?
Yeah, blow through.
So winner of this match will go on to play
Me.
Dexter Wiseman. Unfortunately.
Okay.
I mean,
which would then be down to the quarterfinals, which is then down to be top 8, right?
Yeah. So
this match here is still in the round of 16 right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the advance to the round of 8. And then the winner of that will advance to the semifinals of either bracket. And then those winners would go on to play for the title.
Perfect.
Poor guy.
So
Just can't
technically,
seem to find a break.
Dexter's only 3 wins away to hold up his number 1 ranking in 5-Pin Universe in 5-Pin Universe's 8-gamer.
Yeah, the inaugural. Well, it's the inaugural champion. Whoever's going to win this gets crowned, right? You're the first person to win that tournament way back when we did the first online version of the 8-gamer.
Yeah, I really wish I tried harder now.
there's many of times of I wish I could have, or mulligans or things, eh?
If only I wish I knew how big this was.
Need to start a mulligan tournament out there somewhere.
Yeah. Speaking of mulligans, I used a few of them on the golf course.
Did you? Mulligan.
I'd rather a mulligan than a foot wedge.
The old foot wedge.
Some breakfast balls, did you?
Yeah. You always got to have one off the first tee.
Well,
I think Bradley feels like he might have got away with one there a little bit.
yeah, touched in on the right-hand side, slid
Yeah.
across.
Yeah,
That
didn't look like he had the
ball
fist
speed.
out, and he was giving a full fist pump into that. I think he was more of a thank you moment.
Yeah. So Sasha's game there, obviously a lot well bowled. Unfortunately, didn't get quite the results he's looking for, but the nature of the beast, right? If you're not quite ready to play the event and not practiced up, it can eat you up pretty quick.
Yeah, and if you start getting on that headpin train, it's just tough.
Nice 3-pin, Bradley.
Oh,
Here comes the 6 frame.
oh
Yeah.
you know he is avoiding that left side completely.
Through the hole on the right. Yeah, he knows he's getting
I
ripped
watched-
right now, and he knows
I
it
watched
too.
someone do that yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about. I didn't quite get the super spare.
I got a super spare yesterday.
Really? I tried. I did not complete it.
Got to be one of the best shots though to make, isn't it? Like,
Oh,
make
it
the
feels
super
so
spare.
good after.
Oh yeah, because you know your opponent is like sitting there salivating. Yes, it's an open, and then you get up and you spare it and still get the 30 count. It's like, are you kidding me?
I absolutely hate the spare because I feel dumber when I make the spare because you change lines and you put it flush in the pocket and it's perfect and you're like, my God, I'm dumb. Like that's all I could think of at that time. Right, Bradley?
Yep. I mean, it was an improvement on 6 over the last 3-pin, but God, am I special sometimes.
I told these guys, there's no way you are absolutely avoiding that left side completely.
Oh, yeah. Got hosed on it twice. Nope, I'm good.
Yeah, absolutely. How you guys feeling out there?
I've got good 19 frames. Won't talk about the last one again. But...
It happens.
Yep.
It happens. But another solid game for you. Sasha, you looked way more comfortable that game. You still just can't seem to avoid the headpins at the moment.
No, sometimes, like, that's my game. Sometimes if I'm on it, I'm on the head pin, chopping it out, getting them out, or I'm blowing them out and getting strikes. But
Yeah.
today's the day, I guess.
Yeah, you had the 2 strikes in a row. You had the 2 strikes in a row early in the game, and sort of thought like, okay, maybe you can go, and then the chop off after it. Did you feel like something? You got kind of that first one. Okay, let's go here.
Yeah, after the first 2 strikes, I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, just keep it in the middle, get whatever we can get. I got the chop off. I'm like, okay, try to get spare. I'm notoriously bad for my chop off spare, so it's definitely one of my downfalls of the game.
I hear you there.
Yeah,
You were in the same
chop miss or chop cherry, right?
Yeah,
We
cherries.
talked about
Yeah.
not so fun, is it?
No. So after the 2 games, Sasha, you're at 335. Bradley, you're at 552. So just a shy over 200 down. So I think, is this last game just more of bragging rights, Sasha? Are you just looking to put together a decent game and show Bradley that he's not all that?
Honestly, I'm just trying to prove to myself that I can bowl. Like,
Oh,
obviously,
100%.
yeah. It's
Yeah. No, for
nerves
sure.
that are getting to me, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but that's okay. Like this is a completely unique situation. It's a completely different environment. It's weird knowing that people are watching and people are talking and it's getting produced and it is what it is. It's a great learning experience. It's an honor for you to make it as far as you have. So no matter what the result, it's a good thing for you to be here and have that experience because it makes the next time so much easier.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and trust me, the prize money doesn't hurt either when you get paid out. So
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
already was, 7th qualifier, right? So you get a little bit of bonus extra.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
exactly.
who knows? We can see a big one. Let's see a live on TV big one, and put some pressure. Put some pressure up there. Make the young guy sweat. Hey,
I'm
Bradley?
going to send in a call to have somebody break in Brad's knees and a
Yeah, yeah. Or you need the Bilios in the
You
back.
might know a guy.
Yeah, you need the
I
guys
might.
with the sticks in the back knocking down the strings or something on a pocket shot. They're all gone.
Yeah, there's a rally down there.
Yeah, that's right. Well, all right, guys. Have a great last game, and we'll talk to you after. And bowl some big games here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see it.
Well, good, guys.
Go get it.
Brad.
Yeah, Sasha kind of summed it up perfectly there. You could see the nerves. He's not comfortable out there and stuff like that. And it's perfectly honest, right?
I think it comes down to, honestly, guys, is a bit of being there ahead of time. As we know, getting ready for the broadcast, and we're sitting in the room and getting things going, and he was coming in a little bit late here. So everybody's got schedules and busyness, but you want to be there ahead of time, get the camera set up, throw a ton of balls, know your environment, know what you're playing in. Because it comes so quick, so fast, and it's on. So,
yeah.
We've talked lots about how this is, great exposure for some of the centers and great exposure of some of the amazing players around the country that we don't normally see. But the other side of it too is it's a different kind of exposure for these guys, a different exposure to an experience that they're not used to. And the more that you get to put yourself outside of your regular comfort zone in league and the small local tournaments and stuff like that, it's just an opportunity to grow, and that's really what you need to get better.
Yeah, and maybe it inspires to play in more tournaments or more things, or what's the next thing going on. Obviously, I think that there was talk about a pro team league, up there, right? That guys would want to play, right? So whatever they can get into to play competitive situations, and this might even help them. I know there's a competitive league up there in Dawson Creek, right? So this will help them now. Hey, this was a learning experience, playing on TV, and all the guys see it, and it might rib them a little bit for it, but so be it. Hey, man, you made it, right?
Yeah. No, exactly. And there was talks that they wanted to put a pro league team in and stuff like that. So for them to see at least the production, how it will work and stuff like that, that'll be invaluable information for them for when they do hopefully build that team and expand when the pro league expands, hopefully.
Absolutely.
As I'm talking about expansion, we haven't even run one week yet.
Well, as Bradley goes and shoots for the miss spare, what do you think is the hardest spare to make? Or should I say, what's harder, a miss spare or a chop off spare?
For me personally, it's the miss spare.
It's harder to make?
Yeah, just because I know a lot of people, you just throw your strike shot and stuff like that. With my speed, you get a lot of blow throughs. You get that 8 count after. So it's changing a little bit of angle so you can cover that deuce. But I don't know. I agree. It's just like throwing your strike shot, but it always seems like it's a little bit tougher. The chop off seems a tad easier for me.
Yeah, I tend to think that the chop off is harder on me anyways. I don't have too many problems with my 5 spares. I remember back in the day when, you're in YBC and you're getting into the adults, and the old school thought process to me was, or they always said, always miss to the pin side and whatever. But I'm so against that thought process, and I understand the thought process, but I'm kind of against it because, all of a sudden you're setting yourself up to fail because now you're playing a shot that you weren't comfortable with to begin with. It's different from what you were throwing before. Now you're trying to push it to his side. You see so many people cheering out the head pin because it's a pushy shot rather than just your natural shot. You made a mistake. Throw it again. The odds of you making the same mistake twice are pretty slim, especially at the higher level of the game. So just go ahead and throw it. Trust your shot. Fix what you did last time and go on from there. So I don't have too many problems with my 5 spares. I would say chop off is the hardest spare for me. Yeah.
And what about you, DB?
Yeah, I'd probably say the miss spare is probably harder for me, and probably a little bit more just simply the mental side of it is that I don't like missing the middle. So when you miss the middle, then you start thinking that I did something wrong. So what did I do wrong? Do I need to do something to fix it? And then you get up into your approach and you start going, and before you know, you're like, fuck, I just missed the second one. Pardon the language, but like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it just rather than thinking, no, just throw your shot, right? So that's probably harder for me. And then it's just, I just don't like missing the middle, I guess.
Do either of you feel like, I don't know, when I miss the middle, if whenever I miss, period, I always have like this feeling of, it's like guilt and shame almost immediately.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's almost I feel embarrassed missing, and we shouldn't. I mean, it happens all the time, but every time I miss, I'm like, what?
You shouldn't miss the middle. You should never miss the middle. Like you say to yourself, I should never ever miss the middle.
Right.
Come on,
I instantly feel like a little bit of shame. And it's like
that's like saying you should never miss a free throw shot. Well, you're gonna miss at some point. There's nobody that shoots 100%.
Exactly.
Right. So there's a statistic is the middle percentage, the highest in the league over the course of a year is what? 88%. What would that number do you think it would be? 90%?
You're talking the best one, probably?
Yeah, the best one over the course of what's your hit percentage?
I would say it's around 92, probably.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times consistently every single game.
Yeah. I would say so. Like, just to use an example, that yesterday we played 4 games in that match play that you guys have up in Sherwood Park, and I probably missed the middle 3 times all night.
Is that right? Okay, good to know.
What I missed the middle like maybe twice, maybe 2 or 3 times, and that one happened to be against Kerry, and he turned and looked at me and said, "I'm not gonna lose to a guy who misses the middle." And then what happens when you say shit like that? He promptly ripped out the right 3-pin.
So that's huge. Like both of you guys, I mean, that's huge. So Dexter, if you only miss the middle twice in a night, is
2 or 3
is
times,
big.
I
And
think,
Carey for you 3 times. You know, I just look at these guys. There's a couple of misses already in each game here. Bradley's got 2 misses in this game. You know, so it's not that hard. All of a sudden, me. I think honestly, I had 5 misses in the first game. So, but there's a difference then. Well, that just tells you there's your one stat. Did you hit the middle or did you miss the middle?
Yeah.
So,
but it's funny because you know what, you can, those games are going to happen every once in a while where you miss the middle 5 times. Like it's not super often, but it once a year or 2 times a year, you're going to have those games where it's just
or twice
it's just
a week.
not there.
Thanks. Yeah.
But you can cover those games up, and you can still make those games productive. You can still make those games to 250, cover up the spares, throw a couple strikes in there, and then all of a sudden you could shoot 300 and miss the middle 5 times.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, like I think I had 2 misses in the very first game, and then the miss against you, Dex. I might have missed the last game, so that would have been 4 times total.
So there's 3 misses this game for Bradley.
Yeah.
But I think that's a little bit of difference. It kind of surprised me a little bit how much Dexter hits the middle, just because he is kind of a roller ball, right? You're not so worried about being pinpoint accuracy, right?
And you play quite a bit of angle too.
Yeah. Where I'm kind of more that's kind of what I'm aiming at. I'm aiming at a certain pocket or a certain spot, right? So I expect my middle hit accuracy to be higher than a lot of people, but then I split a lot. I head pin a lot. So it's trying to make it up, hopefully, with having a better middle hit percentage and getting away with a few more breaks. But you guys just throw a ton of strikes, right? You have so much roll on the ball, especially you, DB. Watching you play, your middle hit percentage may be quite a bit less than ours, but you definitely, your strike percentage is definitely higher.
Yeah, and that's partly what you get at, right? Is increase the hit percentage, and then you could score better. But you're right. I do have a really high strike percentage once I can start finding a good line on the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So Bradley's just wrapping up his final game here.
231 final.
231.
231 for a 783.
All right, we'll bring these guys in.
Last night.
All right. Obviously, Sasha, definitely not where you wanted to finish or anything like that, but we can't thank you enough for playing and laughing, and we could see the frustration was kind of out of you by the end of the game 3. You're just laughing at your shots. It's great to see that demeanor, because that's only what's going to make you better. Being infuriated and frustrated is not gonna help your score in the long run anyway. So thanks for putting in the time, man.
Oh, no problem. Honestly, it's for me a great learning experience. For one, I don't really typically qualify for stuff like this,
Right.
let alone like top 10 in some areas. Like,
Yeah.
like the past couple years, my game has just elevated. So
Yeah.
Well, and then that's something to build off of too, right? I mean, you say you don't typically, qualify for stuff like this, but you shot what was it, 22 and a half?
2270. Yeah.
2270. I mean, that's going to make a cut at any cash tournament there is. So hang your hat on that and know that you are more than capable of qualifying in all these cash tournaments. You shot really well, and sometimes bowling just doesn't go the way we want it. It's just the nature of the beast, right? So, but you played great to get here, man.
And you, Bradley? Yeah, whatever, 783.
I mean, the last game was a little questionable, but
Yeah. No,
if that's as bad as it gets.
Yeah, I think you're kind of at the point you knew you had quite a bit of advantage. Literally, you had to get to 240 to lock out a perfect game, right? So you're just playing to play.
Yeah,
Good point.
It was far too defensive of a game if I was to play. It'd be in any other situation practically, but
yeah.
Luckily, 1 and 2 were good.
Do you feel that it being separated like this was a little bit different than if it was live playing, Sasha? Do you feel like you would have finished that third game differently?
Maybe. I'm not entirely certain. That's a bad habit of mine, just across the board. I mean, you look at my tour finishes, all the big finishes I've had outside of, I think, 2 have been in the Autumn and Red Deer, which are long. That's interesting. Long grinder matches. I got out of the 16s, I think, twice at the TPC, which is this kind of format. So just a weird mental thing with me. I don't know what it is.
Keep it. Good mental thing. Keep it.
Oh
no.
Dexter just
acknowledge it. Acknowledge it and know what you want to do to get it better.
Somebody knows who they're playing next.
I am aware.
Well, Sasha, we'd just like to thank you for competing in our tournament, and we'll get that prize money out to you as shortly as possible. And congrats, being top 7, getting the bye to the second round. And we hope to see you more often in tournaments like this, if not tournaments on the tour.
Yeah, I'll definitely be participating in the Autumn Open for 2 shifts, and then I will be participating in the TBC as well, 2 shifts.
Oh, awesome! Great,
nice. It's good to see.
Perfect. Look, more experience for sure, and I hope you play well and make one of the cuts or both of the cuts. I have a tough time making both of the cuts, so I'm be right there with you and cheering you on, man.
Yeah,
I see you.
It'd be great to see all you in person. So
yeah, looking forward to it, buddy.
Yeah, right on.
And Bradley, good luck in your next match. You are taking on Dexter in the next round, so kick his butt, please.
I'm looking forward to that match. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Great playing.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.